They should invent bottoms that don't need prep. Trans men are right here, by the way. What trans power am I missing to not need prep? Bruh, I forgot about pussy. Oh god. What a way to start the video. That's rude to assume that all trans men are bottoms. I only know like 10 that are, and plenty more that aren't. But oh god, that sounds really good. That sounds... But oh god, that sounds like it would make life really, really easy. I mean, if you're not getting dysphoria, hey, who's to stop you from having fun? I love this thing, I don't know why people hate it so much. Harry Potter, Google's J.K. Rowling controversy, transphobia, anti-Semitism, racism, Harry Potter, smash. That really is how it... Yeah. That was like the first time I found out about the blatant homophobia that J.K. Rowling was spewing even before she got started on the trans hate. I was like, yep, well, I can't enjoy that anymore, because like it's just, you know, people often talk about like separating the art from the artist, but I think that there are certain points in time where you can no longer do that, and this is one of them, especially where if you support Harry Potter in any sort of way, or J.K. Rowling's series in any sort of way, it is just feeding active hate for the queer and trans community. I mean, you can see that as it directly affected them by allowing J.K. Rowling to fund the passing of a law in the UK. Yeah, anyways, J.K. Rowling, and moving on. So, big news, we've been trying for a baby recently. That's awesome, dudes. You know, we also haven't been pulling out recently. Oh, I see. So it's only a celebration when you people do it. That's crazy. But that really is how it is. Like, hey, if I wanted to know about your breeding kink, I would have asked. You didn't have to say it out loud for everybody to find out about. But like, I think that's probably one of the weirdest kinky things that I think is normalized in like cis het culture. Is for them to be like, oh hey, yeah, we're trying for a baby, and it's like, you could just say we've been thinking about having a baby. I feel like that takes away from the context of the sexual act of it. It's just like, yeah, you know, like we're hoping for a future with a baby, not they are actively trying to impregnate me. I mean, I'm not gonna kink shame, but at least ask for consent before talking about it first. Oh my god. I just love it. So it's only a celebration when you people do it. I hear it in my head as like them using the same type of tone that like a cis het person would use towards referring to like a queer person, being like, oh, so it's when you do that? Like, oh my god, back to the J.K. Rowling thing. I recently discovered that Harry Potter tattoos have a higher regret rate than gender-affirming surgeries, and that's very funny. Wait, if that's true, that's really, really funny. Wait, Google it. Google, editor, put this in post. I'd believe it. I would believe it. I know so many queer people that had so much Harry Potter merch and memorabilia that they all had to get rid of. Like, oh man. Oh, that's just... Also, like, what was that weird obsession with people making Harry Potter like their entire personality? I knew so many people like that in high school and in college who was like, Harry Potter was like how they lived and what they lived by, and it's like, oh, what's your house? And it's like, dude, why do you care about that still? Like, I don't know. It's always been, and like, I'm not gonna judge anybody for whatever fandom that they're a part of, but it's always been interesting to me how was and still kind of is such a large fandom that people are so obsessed over. When honestly, like, there's better fantasy out there. Way better fantasy out there. And, like, her writing isn't really all that good, and I get it. It's like the nostalgia of what we all read growing up, but like still, you know. Trump, only 2 sexes. My intersex ass. Peace. Me, I'm out of here. Bye. See you later. Just intersex people just cease to exist. Poof. Gone. October 14th, 1977. Friendly reminder, if somebody is working to deny your humanity and civil rights, you don't have to be nice to them. I love this. The fact that his hands are up too, he's like, what? Oh, who did that? It wasn't me. I didn't, what? No, it wasn't me. I don't know. I don't think a pie to the face would affect the people who I want to pie in the face. But, you know, if somebody wanted to yell something hateful at me in the street, I don't think I'd be too opposed to just taking a nice... taking a nice cream pie and... guys, don't... Don't cream pie the people who are trying to take your rights away. I don't think it'll make it any better. But you know what? You won't know until you try. So if anybody has, leave your review of the situation down in the comments for me to read in another video. I didn't think that we would have 2 jokes about breeding in this video. God, if I had a nickel for every joke about breeding in this video, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Transphobes be like, sand. I want you to know that I stared at this photo for a good 2 minutes trying to understand it, and I was like, is it because one of the glasses is away from the others? Like, are they being ostracized? No, it's because what used to be sand is now glass. I get it now. God damn it. I am so upset. I am so upset that it took me so long to understand this meme. It's not even... Anyways, moving on. Liking tomboys is gay because you like girls that are masculine. Then, does liking femboys make you straight? I like how he's still pondering it after. I miss... oh, yep, those are condom wrappers on the nightstand. I think that, that makes three jokes. 3 jokes about breeding in 1 video. That's gotta be a new record. We're gonna have to put a counter up in the corner for every time a joke gets made about... Is it because it's winter? But, like, I get it. We're all stuck inside.
What do you mean by that?
But, oh my god. God, am I gonna have to restrict this video to be 18 up? But, yeah, because a tomboy is a masculine femme, and obviously a femboy is a femme femme mask. So, like, I don't know. I don't have the answer to this. That's not my area of expertise. I'm pansexual. It's all gay for me. So hi. Okay, it's time for me to do a little bit of a rant and a quick intermission. I know I've been gone a really long time. And if you follow me on Twitch, you probably have hopefully caught one of my very sporadic streams. If you don't know what's been going on, I recently, about 2 months ago, started my journey to move all the way across the country. A trip that totaled nearly 4,500 miles once it was finished. It was great. It was a really fun time. But the lead up before then, and the trip itself, and now I think I've been here almost a month. It was really stressful, and I got burnt out. Like, I can't lie. I was burnt out from everything, from YouTube, from Twitch, from working in because between how much time and effort I was putting into like Twitch and stuff behind the scenes, and to try and make my content consistently better, I was pushing myself too hard to the point where I was almost working 2 full-time jobs. And I burnt myself out at the beginning of the year, and I couldn't find a groove to get back into this and continue making videos. But I'm back, and it's good to be back. I'm glad that I every couple days I open up the YouTube app and see that comments are still being left on my post, and that people are still watching my content, which honestly makes me feel really good. I've missed this. I have missed being able to be a sense of comfort in everyone's lives and just be silly and entertaining when I can. Because I think that with everything going on politically and just in our world in general, it's really, really easy to fall into spirals of depression. I know. I have been in one for quite a while. And yeah, for a moment there, I didn't know where I was going to end up. And I'm glad to be back. And I am glad to finally start sharing content again with you guys. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, you should definitely go give my Twitch a follow. We will be doing a lot more content over there starting very, very soon. Anyways, back to the memes. Straight people are so weird. They're like, cooking is a woman's job. Unless you're grilling, then it's a man's job. And cleaning is a woman's job, but the man's gotta take out the trash. Can't let the ladies touch that icky garbage. And gardening is for women, except mowing the lawn, that's for men? Who the came up with this shit? Women doing the daily jobs and men doing the once-in-a-while jobs only seems to be yeah, it really is. I've never understood that dynamic. Like, growing up, we've always had split in my household was definitely different, but we've always had split responsibilities. Everybody cleaned, everybody took out the trash. It was literally just whoever's available to do it. I have been cooking since I was really, really young. And maybe that's just because of the like cultural value that my family kind of carried down, that it's a community type thing. And like, hey, my family have their own set of problems, but hey, you know, at least the house is clean because we all put in work for it. I've never understood this. Like, the way the patriarchy sets it up, it's obviously a huge way of like controlling women and making men feel like they're in power. And I just think it's really weird because, yeah, like, men get the once-in-a-while jobs while women are doing, like, 90% of the work all the time in these patriarchal, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, nuclear family-style relationships. And I've never understood it. Could never, that's not something I could do. And I'm glad that society as a whole has been starting to move away from it for the most part. I know that with the rise of conservatism again, we have seen women start to idolize this life. And I'm like, babe, I really don't think you would want to be a 50s housewife. Like, if your husband doesn't like the way you think, he might just get you lobotomized. I mean, hon. J.K. Rowling, when a generation of boys are being radicalized into misogynistic extremists by the chinless nuns from Romania, trans women existing, that's really, dude, that's really how she acts. It really is. That black mold is, oh, it must be doing numbers on her. Do you guys know about the black mold? Is this common knowledge now? Like, how you can track the black mold that's been growing in her house for years and years and years. And, like, okay, as somebody who lived in a house that had very, very severe black mold problems, it causes so many issues with, like, everything. Like, you get angrier, like, you can't eat, you get sick really easily. Like, it is not a good time. So yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm shocked that she's ended up where she's at, knowing that she's still living with a house full of black mold, but dear God, that woman. Ugh. I really am so curious on whether. Also, have you guys heard or seen? I think it's a tweet where she was talking about how she used to wish she was born a man, or used to consider transitioning into being a man. I don't remember exactly how it's phrased. I'll find it and put it up here so you can read it. But yeah, that's a really wild thing to read when she hates so hard on trans people, but it looks like, honestly, she herself is closeted. Let's not, I mean, getting into everything else that makes her problematic about everything she's written, but, you know. I am genuinely shocked that this woman still has a platform after all of these years. I'm gender fluid. What does that mean? Turns into a woman? Wait, how did you? Blinks, turns back into a man. Huh? Dude, if only that's how it worked, so many of my friends would be so happy about that. Honestly, if you could just have like 2 buttons where you could just swap in between genders, just for fun, you know, I think, I'm not saying I'm gender fluid, I definitely am closer to non-binary with the way I am on my trans feminine journey. I don't know how to describe it. My gender's kind of, it's like female, but not, if that makes sense. It's a weird thing. I'm still figuring it out myself. The thing is, it doesn't really matter to me, you know? Like, I present one way, cool. How you perceive me, cool. Doesn't, like, I'm woman, yes, cool. But do I still like androgyny? Yeah. Do I think clothes don't have a gender? Absolutely. So, like, I can relate to this meme. Before coming out as trans feminist, I'd solely identify as non-binary and gender fluid, so totally get it. Although I can't say I like facial hair. Not a fan. I don't think I could go back. I don't think I could go back to that. Maybe femboy, but that's where my line stays. Hey, thanks again for watching this video. I have a couple more I'm working on that are going to be released very, very soon. I'm super excited for you guys to see them. There are some really cool people I got to collab with recently, and some faces that I think you'll all know and love. So, without further ado, see you later. Bye!